All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Testing, making sure my mic is on. Good morning, guys. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to join me this morning and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the G.A.R Capital YouTube. I apologize for being about 3 minutes late this morning. Was catching up on some news. I was up at 3:30 this morning, kind of checking on the headlines, doing some retweeting. Woke up again at 5 this morning, kind of taking a look at the markets. Not really much in terms of a news cycle this go around. So again, not tons of stuff, but we'll go over it anyways. Before we begin, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, click on that white logo, turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel. Make sure to hit that like button if you like these videos. Really do appreciate it as always. Let's go ahead and rock and roll. The Dow Jones is up 180 points this morning, up 0.24% on the NASDAQ. S&P up 0.39%, and the Russell up 0.43% this morning. We talked about that yesterday in the afternoon on the after market recap that I expected stocks to go green. We had a really bullish close. We hit as high as 44.73 overnight. I think we break that this morning. So again, my target here for the week is really around 4,500 S&P. That's right around 450 SPY. You can take a look at those. Let's see if we get that price action. Let's see if we get that volume. 10-year Treasury note, 2.344, continuing to the upside, 29 basis points. The dollar is basically flat, 98.44. The VIX is at 23.01, so let's take a look at that together. That is down about 2.21%. It just broke down my alert of 23.12. I was expecting that breakdown. That was, I believe, the gap to fill. No, it wasn't. There was no gap to fill there. Not on the daily anyways. On a 4-hour chart, is there a gap? Nope. And on the hourly, was there a gap? No, there really wasn't. So no gap down and just support there. That's that 100-day moving average. After we get down there, we're expecting to hit 21.28. And 21.28 would be indication of a longer, little more upside. 4,500 will probably get you around 20 below on VIX. So that's pretty good sign to see. We're getting a little bit of a tank job on the VIX. Take a look at crude. Crude is green today. It was up 2% overnight, and then we fell right at, where did we fall? We fell right below that 115 level. And we got as high as around 113.28, fell about $3. Now we're hanging around that 50% Fibonacci level, 110. Again, 110 was that level we talked about yesterday on Twitter. So we are above that. 373 for gas. Gold is flat right now, down 0.21%, relatively flat. Silver up down 1.26%. Euro dollar up 5 pips. The dollar yen is soaring, 110 pips, 120.60. That's great. Bitcoin above 43,000 on the futures. Ethereum over 3,000. So nice to see. The only thing that's probably going to be an L for me is going to be Alibaba. Alibaba actually had puts expecting us to reject and continue to go further. Baba announced that they're going to have some buybacks. Let me give you the exact total. I do own shares of Baba, so kind of part of me is just like, well, what can you do? Alibaba upsizes share repurchase to $25 billion from $15 billion, appoints new independent directors to the board. That's why you're getting that gap up. I do have puts on it. Let's see, I'm not going to be in a rush to sell right away. Let's see if we get a little bit of a sell. Maybe someone, I can get a little more premium back. Happened on a Tuesday, so not the worst case scenario. Won't be a complete loss, but more likely it'll be an L. So that's something as a trader you really can't prepare for. You really can't expect share buybacks. It's not like Baba had any earnings. It was just an announcement. So it happens. That's headline risk for you. That's more likely going to be an L. That sucks. I expected Baba to continue to fall down after being up 40% in about 4 days, 3 days. I mean, you got to play puts there. You got to play at least the fall. That's what we did on crude oil when we had a big boost. So again, buybacks are the only thing that we didn't expect at all. So there you go. But I do have some other trades open. I have some AMD. That's green this morning. Let me see, Caterpillar. Caterpillar is green this morning. I have that too. Baba being red. Oh well. And an XLE with oil coming down a little bit. It is green slightly, but again, we were a lot higher. We were right about 76.96. That would have hit our target. But again, I still like being long oil here, so I'm okay with what we got. Hey, good morning. Expecting more upside on SPY? Yes, I am. If we go ahead and take a look at SPY, again, we got that break of 445.26. Your next target is around 450, 345. I think we're going to get to 450 anyways. Take a look at the volume, see what we got. SQ selling off again. Square is down, but it's testing that 20-day. I haven't seen any news on why it would be selling off. But with Bitcoin going up, Square should be up. Morning boss, do you think we should salvage Baba's puts with that buyback? Yeah, we're gonna take a look in the morning and see what happens. But yeah, more than likely, what you can get is this gap to fill right around 103.81. So there is a gap to fill too, but again, we'll take a look and see if Baba sells this news. Usually it does. I want to go and take a look and see maybe we can reload on puts and target 103. Maybe have some good volume. But again, those buybacks, man, you can't even predict that. That's tough. Level to watch for Nike. Nike had their earnings yesterday as well. A break of 140 would be nice. If we go back to the daily, they're trading at 137. 137, really your 50-day moving average is right here at 139. You have to break above that, and then you can start taking a look at the 145s. So let's see if we can get above 140. If we can get above 140, that's your 50-day on the daily, then that should be a green light on going for calls right around the 148 area. There is a gap to fill right at 156.96. I highly doubt we get there today, so I wouldn't be too excited. Let's see. How do you see oil prices? It can go higher in a few days. It's right here on futures, crude oil futures /SL. And yes, I expect it to go higher. AMD calls. AMD calls, I'm still in those, so that hasn't really changed. You could see 116, we're still above. I'm expecting 117.66. You know, NQ is up, SES is up. AMD should follow. Thoughts on BA puts? Let's take a look at it. BA is down slightly. The thing is that it bounced after that report of the crash, the Chinese airliner. Break below 181.03, that's your 200-day. That would indicate the change in trend, at least a 1 hour. Then I would start taking a look at puts, possibly the 170s or 175s. Good morning, Carlos. Level to buy on Apple and Google. Thanks. I am not buying stock here. I know everyone's really excited to buy stocks, but again, I'm not buying yet. Again, I buy SPY-G every week, but again, just to go out and run and buy stocks yet, I kind of want to see 4,500. I want to see 4,540. If we can break above that and not give us a right shoulder of another dip, then I'd be okay. But again, I'd rather be a little prudent. I'd rather give up a couple of points and be sure of what I want to get than just randomly buy some. Right now, my focus is really trading options and taking advantage of this volatility rather than just investing in stocks where I'm not even in that buy zone yet. Let's see, will prices of gas at the pump go down soon? Well, oil was up yesterday, so it is going to be less than what it was, but again, not drastically, no. Tesla looking to run. Tesla was up yesterday, and you could see that it's up another $6 today. A break of 950, you can start targeting 1091. If anything, they're just expensive. That's the problem. What do you think about Reddit names playing puts near term? If you're talking about those high beta names, again, I'm going by S&P futures. I had to see how they open. If you're looking like GME, GME is up pre-market. AMC is up pre-market. So again, is there opportunities for puts? Sure, but again, you need a flush in the market, and we haven't seen that. Yesterday was pretty flat, and then today, you know, we're starting to test the top end of that range in futures. So I can't really think about puts there. Calls for Apple. Apple 165.75 break would be nice, and then I would target the 170s if we're continuing a bull run. Yes, I would probably take a look at the 170s. Will housing market take a dip with rising rates this year? That just depends on the area and depends on the demand for homes. So far, housing demand has been very strong. And again, remember, it's all about territories. Southern states, maybe the West Coast is not getting so much love in terms of buying, but Texas is getting a lot of buying, Florida's getting a lot of buying, Tennessee's getting a lot of buying, New York's getting a lot of buying. So again, it really depends on the territory you're in. Do you think 50 basis point next meeting will scare the market and drag it down? No. Because now we know what he wants to do. And I expected 50 basis points in May anyways. We don't have one in April. So he said that yesterday we took a small dip, we retested the 50-day, and we bounced with a great close at the end. If anything, all that rate hike stuff is just spooking everybody for no reason. So it's not really much to worry about there. We know what they're trying to do. The market doesn't like uncertainty. I'd rather know that you're going to give me a 100 basis point, 50 basis point hike than you just tease me and say, I'm not sure. Just give it to me straight, Doc. That's how I always see. How do you react to Powell commentary yesterday about rate hikes? You don't respond. You just watch the price action. I don't even need to see him talk. I just look at the price action. I know what he's saying. If it goes red, there's usually something he's saying that's a little controversial in terms of rates or what have you. And if it goes green, he's being more accommodative. Very simple. You don't even need to read these speeches, man. You just read the price action. The market tells me everything I need to see. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Have a great rest of your morning. We'll go ahead and catch you guys for the aftermarket recap. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you guys later. Cheers.